What's good, guys? This is Carlos, the Colombian guy. Welcome to my YouTube channel once again. And today, guys, I would like to bring you more updates and more information about Medellin, Colombia, fellas. You all know, like yesterday, the mayor prohibits the prostitution around parquilleras, fellas. So the working girls, they reject the closure of parquilleras because they worry about their money. They worry about how they're gonna provide for their families, and also the bar owners, they worry about that because there is new rule for them also. And I know like a lot of these girls, they sad, but I know like some of you guys behind the screen, outside too, and crying for last night, maybe getting into a depression. But I get that, I feel the game, so I completely understand. So fellas, let me speak about that. Let me speak the facts. Let me read the article because like the working girls, they trying to like sit down with the mayor and trying to like fix this problem, with all these situations about, like the parquilleras, the closure, all of that, because, of course, they're trying to make the money, and I totally, get that game, fellas. So, fellas, let me read the article for you guys. Let me read this for you guys. So, they say, we asked the mayor to sit down. So, the spokesperson for sex workers on regulation of the hours in Parquillera, Valentina Lescano's spokesperson for the sex worker, affirms that these measures we were for 1 or 2 weeks, but in the 3rd weeks, like it will be the same. Statement given by Valentina Lescano's spokesperson for sex worker and president of the Segundo Camino Foundation. She speak about regarding the regulation of the hours in nightclubs of parquilleras in Poblado. The sex workers begins by lying that she finds the measure. She laughed about that and mentions that is this measure that we only work for two weeks. Then the sex workers will return. In the morning hours, the mayor signed two decrees that seek prevent the child exploitation, starting today and for 6 months. The demand or request of sexual service of related activities in public space around Parque El Poblado, Provincia, Parquilleras, and its surroundings around is suspended. According to what is announced by the mayor Federico Gutierrez, there is a human trafficking network articulated from criminal structure already known in the city. So the decree 002 47, the district modified the hours of the operation of commercial establishments selling alcohol and beers. Due to the above, Valentina Lescano's affirmed that they measure that the mayor is taking since like they're laughing to ask prostitution in Colombia is legal. So likewise, he added that this measure will work for 1 or 2 weeks, but the 3rd week it will be the same. In addition, he said that the previous mayor, Daniel Quintero, mentioning that the same thing happening in the middle of his mandate. The same thing happened with the mayor of Quintero last year when Yachts closed. We told him that it was going to be something that was not going to work. This is what is going to displace the same worker. Valentina points out the essential problems is not being considerations as the lack of education, training, reproductive health, and complex issue of prostitution. Likewise, she calls on the mayor of Medellin that they can sit down, talk about how together we can help the woman. She points out that there are very few women. She estimates that there are about 100 or 200 due to the displacement that they have made in the sector, shows that 60 tons abandoning El Poblado. Finally, Valentina Lescanos conclude that this measure in the future will bring back the sex worker, and she gives him 1 month for them to return to Parquilleras, fellas. So guys, like I would like to, give my humble opinion like I always do with this topic. Let me drink a little bit of Gatorade first. So a lot of guys, they also, they was texting me, WhatsApp, asking me like, Carlos, what's the next for the working work. I would like to speak about, few step, you know what I mean. So for gonna answer this question right away, like what's the next for the working girls now in Medellin, fellas? What's the next for them? Nothing, because now they had to wait to see how this goes. Because I remember I posted a video like a few weeks ago saying like the mayor went there to Paquillera, saying he was trying to offer them like, hey, look, like we can help you, we can provide you jobs, all of that, this and this, we're trying to get you out from this life, all of that, we can give you a job, all of that. But some of them they reject. So now, the mayor is mad now. So now they had to wait to see what they can do about them. Because now a lot of women, they might trying to, now they're trying to deal, they were trying to make a deal like with the mayor or something, but the mayor ain't stupid like that. They already speak about that and they say no. They say a lot of them, they say no. Some of them, they heard the mayor a little bit, but majority of them they would think twice about to get out from this life. And I get that, because let me tell you this: a lot of these working girls, like the expenses, is more than what they make. So they always struggling, they always broke. Not all of them, don't get me wrong, because some of them they are smart, they've been saving money, they get out from that business, and then they say like another, they open a store or something, start a business or something, because it's not something like they wanted to do longer, for a long time or something. But there is some of them like they happy with that life, and they be making so much money, like the money that, like somebody working like 12 hours in a Colombian company making a month, that we make it like in a day, in few hours. So, like it's a lot of difference, you know what I mean? So for them to get out from that work, the government maybe had to offer them like, a job, that they might be able to make at least 1,000 US. And then maybe we think twice. And some of them maybe will get out from that business, but now, their situation is not looking bad for them guys. And the same thing with the clubs, because I also was reading like the clubs, they have a new curfew. Like the curfew is, I think if I'm not wrong, I think it's they can open from 8 p.m. to 1 a.m. in the morning. So a lot of these clubs, I was reading an article that say like, they rather not to open, because what they would do is like they would lose a lot of money. Because first of all, they had to pay staff, they had to pay, like the waitress, bartenders, all of that, security guy, all of that. So they would be like spending more money than the money that they gonna make. So a lot of these clubs, in the article, they never say specifically, which clubs are gonna open, but they say a lot of them they rather not to open, because like that's true, they will lose a lot of money. And I know like this, this plan is gonna hurt the economy in Medellin, fellas, but at least it will give things to cool off, because there's a lot of problems, fellas. Like it's not just like the child exploitation and all that, like the women's, all child, like I say, child exploitation, of course. So like people getting job, people getting set up, people getting living over there. It's a lot of problems, and it's depending just for one thing. It's depending just for one thing, sex. Like prostitution, all of that. So all these problems, all kind of like majority of this problem, they are coming out just from one. Well, it's not one place, but it's just like, for example, it's just one thing is causing a lot of things happen. You know what I mean? And this is the frustration from the mayor. Like today, like they found another friend with a child, inside of the hotel. So, things are getting worse. So, they had to do some things to cool off. And I honestly think, guys, if you ask me, like, if you guys ask me, like, how long is gonna be this, I don't think it would be for so long. But like business like this, like areas like this, they can't get a break. And when they get a break, they're gonna be hurt. So Paquillera is gonna be hurt. And how they're gonna be hurt, things gonna cool off a little bit. Like few women's gonna go over there. Maybe a lot of them will go, But I feel like like the article that we said, like maybe in 3 weeks or something, because the same thing that happened in CTG, so. I don't think it would have said for so long around, but I'm not confirming this that it's gonna be like for 3 weeks or something. Don't get me wrong, I can't speak about Cartagena, I can't speak for Cartagena, but I can't speak about Medellin because they are totally different city. What I know is like Medellin is very strong, so they can do few things that we can't do here in Cartagena. Because first of all, there is a lot of rich people over there in Cartagena too. But like they very powerful in Medellin, so like they can shoot down they can shoot down the parquilleras, how they did, and it's gonna hurt a lot of people, but they won't die from hungry. You know what I mean? Because they can make a little bit, but like they just wanna cool things off and then maybe get back to the reality. I also was reading like they were trying to move parquilleras to a different area, like areas where they have all these clubs, all of that. Same thing that we're talking about same thing that we're talking in Cartagena, that they were gonna move, like the nightlife from the old city, the girls environment, all of that to another place. So it won't bother, the people that they just go there, to do family stuff, locals, all of that, because this is the main problem, what locals get mad about, because they can't really enjoy their city. Because I remember I have a friend, one of my good friends, one of my best friends, he's from Medellin. He grew up over there, but he lived here in Cartagena. So he told me like many times, he was telling me like, bro, like I wish we can go to Medellin. Like, when we were young, I'm talking about. So when we were young, he was like, bro, I wish, we can go to Medellin. We can see like in parquilleras, all of that, it's fun over there. Now, locals can't even go there. I mean, because like, honestly, like Colombians see prostitution like something like one of the worst things, you know what I mean? I'm talking about locals, Colombians. They see that like women can be so beautiful, like amazing woman, but once they realize, when the men realize and all the women realize, that's what she does for a living, don't get me wrong, they will still, smash the woman or something, but it's not like, she lose a lot of quality. I'm talking about Colombian community. I'm not speaking about, all the countries. I'm talking about the Colombian culture. Don't matter how beautiful she is, but if they realize, if they find out, like, that's what she does for a living, it's a lot of points that she gonna lose. And I don't judge, guys that do that, because, like I said, I don't judge nobody. I don't have nothing against nobody. I don't like to talk about other people's life because I have my own life that I have to worry about a lot of problems. But like guys can spend their money however they want. I don't care. They've been working for that, so I don't care. So that's one of the main things that get like like locals feel mad about, that they can even enjoy their own city that is been seen and growing up. Like they can even go to parquilleras, none of that, because that's a it's all related to prostitution, all of that. So the women's local girls, they might want to try to go over there because they don't want to get confused. Like, oh, they there. That's what they were doing for a living. Because same thing happened in Cartagena. It was happening in Cartagena in the Cloud Tower. Have friends, females. They don't even want to cross. They don't even want to walk around the Cloud Tower because they don't want to get related to that. They don't want to be related to that. I remember it was last year, it was a group of friend of mine, like we all from my hood, so we're walking around the ocean, and then we were gonna cross the clock tower to purchase some food outside. They were like, no, like we don't want to walk around here, like we don't want to get confused, like we escorts or something, like we're working girls and none of that. So imagine like I say, so locals, when they can't even enjoy the city, they get mad about, they complain. And the government has to do something about, all the same fellas, you know what I mean? But I hope so, because like I say, at the end of the day, they women and they need to make the money. I totally understand that. But, like all this problem with the child, sexual exploitation, all of that. What do you guys think, like all this, all these people, that they've been doing all of this to the kids, all of that. What do you think, like they find these kids, like these kids, they can be like in teen there, none of that. They just kids. They can be there. They had to go place like LLERAS you know, like LLERAS, like, you know, downtown of Medellin, all this place, you know, I'm not saying like specifically they go over there for that, but they make networks, you know, they get the networks in a lot of this place, and you know, like that's when they make the appointment, you know, with all the you know, all the victims, you know what I mean, and like that's what the mayor is shooting down all this place. All this place, like I say, you know, I understand they gotta make the money, all of that, but you know, I think like also, you know, this type of place they need to get a break. They need to get a break so things can cool off, things can get better, and locals can calm themselves down. You know what I mean, fellas? So, guys, you know, this is how the situation is looking from Medellin. I think also like the girls they talking about protesting all of that's about the right, because like I say, prostitution is illegal in Colombia. Bad, you know, it's legal in Colombia, but they can ban that from some place. From some place, you know, kids, they shouldn't be able to see that, you know, like in place like, you know, Parque LLERAS, all of that. But unfortunately, you know, that's the environment now over there. It used to be like family place before, but now, no, it's another reality, you know, and I get that because things change in life, you know what I mean? But like I say, you know, all these problems, you know, like all these things, like it's gonna be like a little bit. This is gonna fix a lot of problems over there, fellas. So guys, that's all I wanted to bring to you guys. You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep you guys updated. You know how the situation over there in Medellin, fellas. Guys, thanks a lot. Thanks for everything. Thanks for your support. Thanks for the love that you guys show me every day. Just let me know I'm doing a great and amazing job. You know what I mean? And none of this would be possible without y'all behind the screen, watching me, supporting me every day, you know, all the time. I really appreciate that, guys. If you any day, anytime, any moment you guys come into Cartagena, Colombia, don't forget to hit me up. I own a tourist company. We offer tours like Volcano, Palenque, private boats, you know, private yachts, private villas, you know, all of that. So, fellas, you know, that's all. Also, you know, I'm gonna bring. Also, you guys can follow me on IG like CTG Connection. That's the name of my company. Fellas, also, you know, I'm gonna report my PayPal information for you guys when I show me some love. Go ahead. But if you guys don't, you know, don't worry about that. I'm not begging for money. I make good decent money to live in Colombia, so I'm good, fellas. So, guys, see you soon, guys. See you next time. This is Carlos, the Colombian guy. Boom.